Hey, welcome to another episode of Business Mojo and Margaritas, where I get all up in your business in 20 minutes or less. I am Suzanne Proksa, your host, business strategist and coach for female entrepreneurs, and my jams just happen to be client attraction and marketing. So let's not delay any further. Let's dive in. Hello, beautiful humans. Suzanne Proksa here, your hostess with the mostest. Super excited to be here to talk to you today about how to use your email list as a tool to give your peeps exactly what they want. So, first of all, we all know, we've heard it before, everybody says that the money is in your list. Nurture your list, they say. And if Facebook goes down in flames, you need your list. We've all heard it, right? Like a bazillion times. But the honest truth is a lot of us hate writing emails and don't know where to start with a list in the first place. So now this isn't going to be a whole tutorial on how to build a list. Come on now, we can't do that in 20 minutes. That is a course. But I'm assuming that you've got one, but you just aren't leveraging it in a way that delivers the exact things your people need on a silver platter with wine, y'all. So I want you to start really thinking of your list as a tool in your strategy toolbox. I'm not talking about the old school, I'm going to send an email a week. No vanilla here, ladies. We are in it to win it after all, right? So, side note, I'm going to lean in a second. If you don't know how to create strategies for your business, let's talk. It's one of my jams, and I just happen to have coaching slots open. All right, so let's move on. Imagine being able to give people exactly what they want when they need it. Can you imagine? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that is sheer gold and money in the bank, y'all. Money, right? So let's dive into a couple ways to pull this off. So number one, ask people a specific question right when they join your list. So I ask people what stage of business they're in when they join my list. For me, it's a clear indicator of where they are typically going to need help if they're honest. Because sometimes I have people sign up, say they're a 3, and I know they're a 1. So it helps if they're honest. But this allows me to send maybe one email to newbies and others to women who are in different stages, who are in need of more high-level guidance, which is, I love this shit, right? So behind the scenes, they get a special tag and they get segmented. Again, if these are things that you don't understand, women that work with me, I help them with this shit all the time. So maybe you're going to have a list of problems for them to choose their greatest problem from. You have to figure out what works for you. But if you do that, for instance, from there, you can set up automations for each of the problems and deliver exactly what they need to solve the problem. So perhaps you're going to gauge where their mindset is so you can help move them through the stages of change. And behind the scenes, this might take them from one automation to another, depending on the stage they're in. So if you've ever watched my stuff on the stages of change, you know that you can actually kind of gently guide people through the stages by providing value and being there and being attentive and just being a freaking rock star for them, right? So kind of depends on what you're trying to accomplish. So the question is going to be something, you know, no matter when you decide what you want to do, the question is going to be something that will allow you to zone in and show your stuff while helping them in a major way at the same time. Value plus relationship building for the win. All right, so number 2, ask people questions in your emails. All right, here we go. So this is something my tech people, my non-tech savvy are going to be like, oh my gosh, I need wine. This is something you can do anytime, even if you're doing number 1. You can automate this in the background so that when people select certain answers, they get segmented and then sent to specific automations. So picture it. Sally says she needs help with list building, okay? You got this list of options or whatever. She says she needs help with list building. You give Sally some awesome free help that actually gets her seeing some growth in her list. Let me repeat that. You give Sally some awesome free help that actually gets her seeing some growth in her email list. And then you tell her down the road about your amazing course on list building to help her quadruple what you've already helped her with. Hashtag winning. So I'm about to get a little techie up in here. Tighten up your shoestrings, grab your wine. I'll wait a hot second, but it's only a 20-minute show, so. All right, shoestrings tightened, wine in hand. If you use Leadpages, the easiest way to pull this off is with lead links. Just follow their tutorials on Leadpages. You'll be rocking this shit in no time, as long as you have an email provider that Lead Links works with. That was a problem I always used to run into. I'd have to do some crazy finagling. So I actually had to ask their help desk all the time when I needed help with this, because their formatting was just so goofy for some of the email providers. And believe me, I've been through them all. But now I will never ever leave ActiveCampaign unless Kajabi duplicates what ActiveCampaign can do. So if you have ActiveCampaign or Drip, the only 2 I recommend, seriously, like I said, I've used them all. I don't recommend anything but ActiveCampaign or Drip. True story. So then you are going to create links in your email to a special thank you page that you create and perform certain actions when people click that link. Typically, this is like adding a tag or something that you can use to put them into an automation. So again, how this works. You set this whole thing up so that when people click a certain link, so maybe you've got your list of things, it sends them to this page, and also in the background, it's tagging them, which in turn is going to put them into an automation. So let's say you ask someone's favorite color. If they say pink, then get sent to get sent to the thank you page and the tag pink added. If they say blue, they get sent to the same thank you page and the tag blue added. Okay, so with ActiveCampaign, you can totally pull this off. And then you just have 2 automations set up, one called pink, one called blue. Their trigger, you guessed it, the tags that you just added. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? It's actually not that hard, but non-techie people freak the hell out. So it happens. So number 3, use the system that I use for categorizing new Facebook members who sign up for my list. So I still have the option available. I have another video, I believe it's on Facebook, where I talk about how I actually remain GDPR compliant even while asking for people's email addresses in my Facebook group when they answer the questions. They're not required to give their email address. It's optional to join my Sue's crew. And there's a whole bunch of tech behind the scenes that goes on. So this one is it's almost fully automated with Zapier and more in depth, but something I help my coaching clients with in detail. So in the end, people end up with tags that indicate their wants, their needs for their businesses, and then I can send them special emails to help with those items. So how freaking cool is that? And who knew you could do that just from your Facebook group? So it takes a little work, a little tech setup, but then it is this beautiful automated thing. It's delightful. So as you can see, this highly unutilized potential for your emails can give your potential clients fast results and have them raving about you from the rooftops. And really from the end user perspective, they are getting a bunch of stuff in their mailbox that they don't want, which is great because it helps with your retention rate. Keep people on your list, and then you're actually giving them exactly what they want. How is this not winning, right? So can I get a holla? Can I get a holla? So you guys, that is it for this episode. This is it for today, my loves. So until next time, I want you to market like you mean it. I will see you in the next episode. I hope these little tidbits were super, super helpful. Thank you so much for listening to another episode. I'm so glad you decided to roll with me yet again. Hey, if you loved it, please give me a rating and some little comments on iTunes. And hey, if you're thinking that working together with my crazy self sounds like a fantastic idea, hunt me down, SuzanneProksa.com. That K is before the S. You can find all of my coaching information, my blog, my courses, all of the things, all right in one spot. And with that, I will see you in the next episode, gorgeous.